Welcome to another video of Business Analytics Complete course. First of all, I want to draw your attention to the screen. Imagine you are given this data. This is market data and it's so important for us because we are going to make an important decision. So, look at raw, column, and amounts. As you see here, we have a huge raw data. So my question, can we make any sense of this data? The answer is no, because this is only raw data, huge raw data, right? So we must understand these details because as a business analyst, business manager, business consultant, we are going to make an important decision. So what shall we do? Today we are going to talk about how we could convert this data sheet to this table. In this table, second table, we have some filters, graphs, and other options that summarize all of the data and can help us to understand. Today we are going to talk about Excel pivot table. This is a very important and practical lesson. So let's get started. Excel pivot table title is so important, and I'm sure this video will meet some new friends. So first of all, I welcome new friends. In this channel, I provide business lessons that I'm sure it could be useful for everyone who is related to the market. So I want to invite new friends to have a look at the channel. Check other courses. And if you would like to join us, click on subscribe button. Okay, let's come back to the pivot table. To show the power of pivot table, teaching by example would be much clearer, right? So let's solve this data sheet, and then finally I will share this document with you as assignment, and you can have a practice. Imagine we have a data from export company. They export different product. Look at here, we have a product and other column, month, salesman, a name, region, customer number, net sales, profit, right? As I mentioned, we cannot make any sense of this data because look at amount, and this is a raw data, right? It's not clear. You remember the foundation of analytics. We need clean data, and data should be used and kept in such a way that insights can be made out of it, and decisions can be, right? So from this, can you make any decision? Of course not. We can't make any meaning of this one. So we will organize data in a beautiful way and easy to understand and can make decisions or drive insights. So we need to summarize this table, raw materials. In this page, as you see, we have some table. Here we have all data in these tables and summarized. We can answer questions by these tables easily. And it's because here we did sort data and it's clear to us. So using the simple pivot, you can create this one and answer your question easily and fast. What we learned today, how do you create a pivot, right? So what you do is select all the data. If you remember, in previous lesson we talked about working with charts, and now we need to click on insert sections. Look at up and left, exactly next to the home section, we have an insert. Click on insert and first one from left hand side, select now select all data. To select data, you can do it exactly like me because uh, here we have a huge data. So select the latest row, come back to the first row by holding this part. Hold the shift and click on the first row and latest cell. Then click on pivot table. So now we asked, do you need new sheet or continue in the existing sheet? I will click on new sheet. Uh, Now we're faced with this table. What do you need from the data sheet? Which data are you looking for at the moment? Here we have these options: month, sales profit, and so on. So um, I want to have a product with profit amount in my table. So now we have a summary of product and profits. Here we have a 4 section. Let's see how it works. Look at this. We have a 2 column, product and profit. Now, if I select the product from here, that is in row section, yes, select and put into the column section. Let's see what happened. Now, as you can see, the table design, we have a different design, right? I prefer it to be like the first design. I mean, select product and put in row, like this. This format is more comfortable, I think. Now click on one of the data and yes, click right and looking for pivot table option. Go to display and click on classic pivot table. So now we have this table here. You can select product name and or sort data due to the amounts of profit. If you are agree, let's come back to this table. I want to add other data, I mean other titles. So here we have all data with some filters that give us a clear data sheet and fast way to search. As you see, we have a column of product. Here we have some filters and finally sales amount. If you had any problem to read the data and needs to change column and row, you know how you can do it. This table is for this job. Um, we have talked about it if you remember, right? So you can change a format easily. Therefore, now we have analyzed all the variables which are part of the data and you have kept the relevant ones for your analysis. Now we are able to answer questions. As example, if we asked who is the best seller, here we can select seller's name and apply our filters and finally compare data. Or if we asked which is the region with highest sales, or if we ask to compare average of sales for each seller, um, the first way is click on total amount and here uh, in the below line bar we have average automatically, average calculate automatically, yeah. Just click on average and it will be copied automatically. If we asked uh, if we asked what is share of sales for Joseph, there is two ways to calculate. The first way, write formula. Total amount of sales for Joseph divided on total sales amount. Um, this is the first way. But about second way, click on chart. Here in this section we want to calculate net sales average, right? So here looking for value field setting. Now we have a new column that calculate average for net sales. So double click on title, click on show value, then find percent of grand total. So find percent of grand total. Now let's make a copy from this table. We asked which product has more sales amount. So I just need product and sales amount, right? So let me delete other columns. Now, as you see, the fast car has more sales amount. About sort, if we click on sort A to Z, it's on alphabet, not amount of sales. So click on more sort options. Descending, select sum of sales amount. So fast car has a more amount of sales. Now let's solve another question. The fast car that has a more amount of sales, what is that share of sales on percentage? So let me make copy again from table. A double click on title, show value as percent of column total. 33.99% is the share of sales for fast cars. Now if you would like to have a chart, you can also add a pie chart here to show result on graph on chart. If you remember in previous lesson we talked about types of the charts and we have different chart. I will mention previous lesson link in caption. So now we have a pie chart and a complete analyze from our raw data sheet. So we have some column and some filters to reach your special data and solve questions. You can work with this table and compare data, as well as you can make a new copy of table and have some tables for your data. I think this is easy job and useful. And another thing about design, Here you have a design title. So first click on table, and then you can change table colors from this section. Uh, well, so if you had any problem in working with this table, you can make a new separate and smaller and a special table as we did for product, and then discover data. Um, I mean, you can design your table, pivot table, due to the data and questions that you should solve and you need. So today we learned how to convert a sheet of data to a pivot table and how to apply filters to have a clear data sheet, right? In previous lesson, we learned how to draw all kind of charts, so we know how to work with data, and analyzing data in Excel. Just need practice, and I will share this data sheet on website and mention the link in caption. You can practice on this data or download some samples and work with. It's easy, and I'm sure you can do it even better than me. We can ask more questions for each filters in this table, making challenge, you know, and continue this video and talk more. But I think it's enough for today. Now we just need to solve some example and try to understand what is the relationship between data and convert tables to chart and explain on chart. This is all you need to do as a business analysis. Of course, we need to learn something else to complete this course. So for next video, I'm going to talk about correlation concepts and regression. It will be another important lesson, and we are going to analyze and work with datasheet again. So make sure that you learned Excel pivot and chart and get ready for next lesson. And you can ask me your questions in comments section. Okay? Um, it was our lesson for today. Okay, so see you soon.